Good question.
Okay. Now, if we're to move away from the education sector, because to some extent we can acknowledge by virtue of what we saw on the Channels Book Club Prize for Literature.
What about the area of health?
We want to talk about health, but let's talk about employment.
Now, I've just told you how much teachers we've engaged, 13,000 teachers. How many states have done that? To engage 13,000 teachers at a go. And you know the kind of payment salary they earn here. Our salary, our wage here is very high. When we came, we hired, there were only 200 doctors in the deployment of River State. Now there are 600. So we hired another set of 400 doctors. We had to hire technicians in the medical field. We declared free medical care, free education. When I say free, we buy you your uniform, your sandals. Then in secondary school, we buy your primary school, buy you books. But now we're giving laptops in the secondary school. But in the primary school, we're making an arrangement to give tablets, but we're having a fight with our due process team. They're insisting on all sorts of processes that we have not been able to meet. But we're determined to give the first 150,000 children their tablets. Why are we doing that? When they finish learning ICT in their school and they go home or they have a long vacation, by the time they return, they have forgotten what they learned. So we thought that having a tablet will keep you engaged.
So, Your Excellency, if we're still talking about employment. We know that it's a major issue in Nigeria, not just in Rivers State. Statistics are difficult to come by. It's only people who have friends and family who are unemployed that actually feel the brunt of it. Now, in terms of gathering statistics, what has Rivers State done? Do you have an idea of how many young people are unemployed today? And how many of them are you able to plan or project?
You that statistics if you ask me by Monday, because we also created that statistics department to be able to know, because that is key in planning. If you don't have the numbers, you don't plan well.
Yes.
But what have we? I can give you raw statistics about employment in the area of agriculture. Yes. When we looked at the unskilled labor, we knew that the rate of crime in Port Harcourt was high because the unskilled labor was very heavily engaged in the crime. I'm not saying that the skilled labor is not also involved. So what did we do? We started with agriculture. We revived Rhizome Palm. We did not put money in Rhizome Palm. We just got a foreign investor who went back to Rhizome Palm. Rhizome Palm is the 16,000 hectares of oil palm estate that used to be there. It was done under the military through the World Bank. And it was abandoned. So when we came, we revived it. We said we won't put money, but we'll get an investor. An investor went there, called Seat from Belgium, and revived Rhizome Palm. Now they have engaged 5,000 workers. We have a 2,000 hectare of banana farm, which has engaged 2,000 hectares will engage 4,000. For now, they are doing 500 hectares, so they've engaged 2,000. No, 500, 1,000. They've engaged 1,000. We have where I had my dinner yesterday, the Songhai farm. And you know, there are about 500 children that came through Rotary to do a leadership course, and they were to join me at government house. Then I will take them on the tour of the primary and secondary school, and then we eat at the farm. Police arrested and detained them, and after they had signed an listen to it, that they were not here on protest, that they were here on leadership course, and they were going to attend to join the governor to go to see projects and then have lunch with the governor. Then they escorted them to government house, joined us on our way, different police vehicles harassing us until we got to the farm. Even waited for us to finish about 7 p.m. and came back with the children, the poor children, 12 years, 15, 13. I wonder how those kids will feel, and they're not even from River State. Now, so that farm at Songhai Farm, I asked the gentleman who's in charge, how many workers? 250. We have 5,000 hectares of farm we are constructing with a company called LR in Israel, where you have 300 houses, you have health center, primary school. Everybody will live there. The 200 family will live there. Farm 3 hectares each. They will farm 3 hectares each, and then they will farm for government and work for government, and then there will be processing. That we believe will engage another set of 5,000 workers. That's in the area of agriculture.
What is the relationship between Songhai farms here and the other Songhai farms in Kwara?
No, not Kwara. I don't know about Kwara. I don't think Kwara has Songhai farm. The Songhai farm is in Benin Republic. They have a farm by the Zimbabweans in Kwara. What you have in Port Novo is the Songhai farm, which was initiated by a Nigerian actually, a Nigerian reverend father, who then I had a meeting with him and he agreed to come and establish one for us here. But ours is bigger than the one in Port Novo. Port Novo is 15 hectares. Here we have 300 hectares.
And what is Songhai farms producing?
Oh, In terms of primary cropping, they have all sorts. All sorts. They call it integrated farming. They have vegetables, they have pawpaw, they have rice, they have. In terms of animal husbandry, they have piggery. They even have snail farms. They have quail.
Okay.
They have poultry.
Who's eating quails in Nigeria?
I don't know about the eggs. The eggs are quite expensive. And
Eggs.
we're selling the eggs because of the medicinal content
Value,
of eggs.
yes.
So we are buying it. I hear it helps those who have asthma and all that.
Okay.
And all that. So
Okay.
the processing is also done there because they didn't buy any equipment. They fabricated equipment themselves. So they produce their own feed meal. They produce their own feed meal. No, apart from the feed, they fabricated their own feed meal there themselves, and then they produce the feed for all the animals that they have. Then they have rice meal fabricated by them, and they produce the rice there. They have soya meal fabricated by them too, and they have the content.
So how far is this going in feeding the state?
Well, you ask me if that's the target. The target for me is employment. So I wouldn't have found out how far they're feeding this thing. But they sell quite a lot of their products.
Okay.
They sell them locally here.
Locally here.
Okay.
They're not exported.
All right.
What about the health sector now?
I've told you, we plan to establish 160 health centers. We've done 140.
140 out of 160?
Yes.
We're almost home.
What's the quality of those health facilities?
You need to go there. There's one near here, just 5 minutes away from here, on this road. And you will see there, they see about 100 patients per day. And because of the number of patients they see in the one at Elekaya, we employ 2 doctors there. Each health center has a doctor and minimum of 4 nurses.
But what does this cost the people?
Free. Free medical care.
Free?
Free. There's a hospital we just finished, we concluded, it's been on for like 6 months now. We had to outsource it to an American company. In the account of that, okay, an escrow account is 500 million. They see patients free. At the end of the month, they go to withdraw their money. And then we pay whatever they have withdrawn, because at every point in time, there must be 500 million in that account. So here you have free medical care, you have free education.
Okay.
Free education up to what level?
Up to secondary. Once you finish your secondary school, then you're your own.
But
You call it basic education.
what about in cases where you have extremely brilliant children
We have
who
scholarship
cannot
program.
afford to
we
go
have
further?
scholarship. We have scholarship program. There are about for every year we send 300 children overseas, not even Nigeria. 300 children every year. We just received 32 doctors from Russia that have graduated under our scholarship scheme, and they're working with us. Even though the doctors are insist that they must go to do a Nigerian qualifying exam, but first and foremost they were trained in the US. In Russia. We have doctors who have trained in Canada. Unfortunately, they were not able to return.
Why were they not able to return?
They acquired Canadian citizenship.
They decided to stay there.
Honestly.
But are they
Very
not
unpatriotic.
bonded before they go?
No, we didn't. Up now, we don't bond them. We say you're our citizens. We train you. Go study medicine, engineering, oil and gas, computer science, and come back. Those who did computer science are back.
Okay, I was going to ask Your Excellency, on the way in, the first thing that hits you is you fly into Port Harcourt and you look at the airport, and it sort of like becomes an eyesore.
You don't feel sorry for us?
And it's called Port Harcourt International.
International.
Don't you feel sorry for us?
And I'm wondering,
No.
the state government...
I want you to state that the airport is abandoned. Have you seen the airport and seen that it's abandoned?
It is sad, the state of it.
No,
it is sad, the state of it.
You know why I say that?
Yes.
I have gone to the president and told the president that because of the disagreement between Chibike Rotimi Amaechi, who is not River State, and the president, the Minister of Aviation has abandoned the airport. They started that airport with Kano, they started the airport with Lagos, with Abuja, with Benin, with Calabar. The rest have been completed, including the Enugu Commission.
Lagos is not completed.
No. I've been
Most
there.
of the work has been...
I
quite a lot of the
there.
work.
I have been there. You say the Port Harcourt is a sorry site.
Yes.
We now work on the tarpaulin. You need to see, and we are 2 international flights. We survive by the grace of God. Because imagine a terrorist, he will have easy access to blow up a plane. The Minister of Aviation is reckless on that. She impounds our plane because of disagreement between Chibike Rotimi Amaechi, not River State, and the president, according to her. Then she impounds our plane.
But she didn't say that, though.
She will say that. What's the reason? Okay, tell me why.
She did not say that.
Can we look at the logic?
Okay.
She first impounds our plane for no reason.
But there was an explanation.
No,
Your
there's an
Excellency.
explanation.
No, the explanation
there was no
was given.
manifest. That's what she said.
Okay, then what does the law say? If we have broken the law, then you fine us, we pay, and you let the plane go. 5 months going. A plane that was bought newly is on the ground here. We paid for 2 helicopters, surveillance helicopters, that will fly around River State, including oil theft, and report real time to police, Air Force, Army, and the government house. She refuses the helicopters from coming. They are there in America. And the government of America is wondering why we don't want to take our plane. And the president is aware.
And we're still talking about oil theft.
We're arguing about oil theft. If you go to the same airport, look on the left, you see the tarmac. They started that tarmac expansion at the same time as Abuja expansion. They have finished Abuja tarmac expansion. The River State tarmac is abandoned. It is hatred. And it's not Amaechi. For Christ's sake, I'm governor. I fly. But it's River State that they are punishing. And they want votes from River State. But like I said, let's not discuss politics. Can we please discuss development? Because when we discuss politics, then we bring the issues before the River people. You know, so people have been running around talking. We say it's not yet time. When it is time, we'll ask the River people, see what you're suffering.